Not a bad start for Wang Manyu with just a little hole on the other side, bends it through.
Chiquita flick from Miwa. Took it on from the middle, and the perfect response. So quick, so agile. And that's especially impressive as she's a more long-levered player than most of her teammates.
Yeah, you don't think of the bigger players as being quite so agile. Miwa Harimoto relatively tall as well, 105 revolutions per second, that winner.
It's a good response off that serve. I think Wang Manyu has made a couple of changes in recent times. Changes that helped her snap the winning streak of Sun Ying-sha over her. Wang Manyu winning the China Smash and the China National Games. She's in great form at the moment.
It is always interesting to see when a player peaks. People often ask, what is the ideal age, the peak performance age? And it really depends on which team you play for.
Yeah.
Li Xiaoxia at 28, retired. He's commentating just a few seats away.
Must admit, I was a little bit starstruck at him.
Completely understandable. Who knows how many years from now it could be. It might be Wang Manyu doing the same, but right now she is in her game, in her element. Miwa, one of the great threats to Team China. Getting up high for two backhands to come down on these shots. Not easy when the ball spins up high to your backhand.
This is a Harimoto speciality. Both her and Tomokazu love to control with the backhand, love to try and play corner to corner, switch their opponents around. If Wang Manyu can give her a taste of her own medicine, I think that the youngster will struggle. We saw that very early doors with the Wang Manyu forehand winner. I don't think Wang Manyu wants to go too much into the backhand of Miwa. How can she get her forehand in?
Well, that flick right there inside the table was excellent, and it started with a shovel serve shorter to the forehand side.
I think it was laced with some topspin. Wasn't a bad receive from Miwa. Sometimes these receives you think are bad because of how they're put away. No, everything's relative.
That's just the level out here Wang Manyu brings.
A nice variation from Manyu, playing with additional rotation into the backhand of Miwa. Miwa knew the ball was coming there. Maybe that wasn't a good thing because it made her make her mind up a bit too soon and she couldn't adapt to get over that ball.
Slow spin loaded. A 7-2 lead. Wang Manyu in a wonderful position at this point. Head to head, they've played 7 times before, and Wang Manyu has won 7 of them. The last 2 were 4-0. That said, at the last ITTF World Cup event, it came down to the decider. So that was the only time actually, so an event much like this, except it was 7 games, it was Macau, which is the next time we'll have a similar World Cup. There will be a ceremony for that later on.
It was Mima Ito that managed to make the semi-final there as well. It's beaten by Kwai Man, Wang Manyu's women's doubles partner. They're world champions together. This serve is just perfect for Wang Manyu. She's serving it from the middle. It's making it tougher for Miwa to spot an obvious angle. She wants to try and stretch Wang Manyu if possible and try and stitch her, but look how Wang Manyu plays out the crossover there.
Her posture, even when she's stood upright for a moment, she quickly leans back for the next shot to open and get that extra racket speed. Again, the whole body working together. 6 points in front out of the second towel break is Wang Manyu. Her table awareness, Miwa Harimoto, is really next level. If you look at her record against Sabina Winter in recent history, she's done incredibly well against her. That's tough to do, especially for such a young player. But that said, when you're facing an in-form Wang Manyu, I feel like Wang Manyu ends up getting cast in the shadows of the international stage quite a bit. She's been incredibly strong for years now. She's got 6 game points. In all fairness, if somebody sits at world #1 for more than 3 years, it's understandable. And of course, with stadiums filled with fans the way they are, I think Wang Manyu in some senses deserves a lot, just a lot of respect. Maybe even a bigger fan club than she already has, which is quite sizable.
Yeah, she's got, millions of fans, but I agree with what you're saying there, Adam. There's a humility. She plays with grace. That's what I love most about her.
Yeah, she's a warrior, and she just seems to have no ego at all. She takes this one quite steadily, 11-6. Shovel serve from the forehand side of the table, closer to the middle. So quick to shuffle those feet to back up as the ball nearly comes down baseline. On receive is sort of a self-defense response from Miwa. Good angle on this.
Yeah, that's a very, very proactive receive there from Miwa Harimoto. That shot really has its risks. If Wang Manyu sees that coming and can play it, she can go basically anywhere on the table, and then Miwa's vulnerable. So that was bold, and it was worth its weight in gold.
It might actually, in almost a literal sense, be worth just that. We saw the trophy, which looks like a whole lot of gold, just like the lines, the net tape on the table. This is the championship match for the back-to-back defending champions, Team China. Taking a chance here, short side. I like it. Doesn't come down, but shows a lack of fear. Tough position to be in, after all. I mean, in theory, yeah, she could have stayed for backhand, reached across to extend the rally. But I think she wants to send a message that she's not afraid. Miwa can't bully her around, move her around too much.
And at the end of the day, she doesn't want to make this too backhand orientated. She doesn't want to get drawn into the table too close where Miwa can make it a tight, suffocating back on the other net. Manyu wants to give herself enough time and space to play her big strokes. And she can move a little bit more dynamically with the forehand than Miwa.
Footwork tested here, and whatever the fortune was, an extended rally for Miwa to tie it up after being beaten quite steadily in the last game, 11-6. This is a nice rally to watch, a good counter exchange. Jammed up at the elbow. Wang Manyu finding the delivery, the placement to make it uncomfortable.
Deep on the table as well. If it's not deep, Miwa can take it early enough to be able to prevent that. So mechanical. That's pinpoint precision. Venomous with the flick as well. Might see a timeout fairly soon from Miwa Harimoto. Depending on what happens maybe in this point, let's see.
As smooth as can be, that backhand from Wang Manyu. And just adding to her lead here. Wang Manyu starting to run ahead. Depth on that serve, the shovel deep, and at this point, it is just one-way traffic. Wang Manyu adding to her collection. Well done. Could have pushed, saw the opportunity and backed the racket up to get that scoop, that big upward motion for the topspin shot on receive.
Patience was key there from Miwa. Waited, realized the ball would come wide enough to wait for. Nice dwell, shallow, spinny. Manyu couldn't calibrate.
7-5.
Could Miwa maybe make some more adaptations with the serve like she did just there to be able to get her backhand in on the third ball? The serve that she's doing, when you can go wide forehand fairly comfortably, didn't there.
Now, in case you're curious about some of the, vibes from the audience, you'll get a chance to hear them more in the third match, as Tomokazu Harimoto will be playing against Lin Shidong. Good angle on the opening, but Wang Manyu with wingspan and footwork as well is able to cover that wide forehand.
Just a quick word on the next one. That one for me feels like the most open out the first three. I think Tomo's got a great record over Shidong. That's one to look forward to.
I think the crowd will play their part in supporting Lin Shidong and making sure that Tomo has pressure in every way possible.
Oh yeah.
It's just so smooth to be that fast and that snappy, that high-pitched, clicky sound. We've seen Yu Harimoto on the bench, father for Miwa, much like the mother of both Tomo and Miwa, born and raised in Sichuan, this province where we are now, both provincial players. Took a lot of work, and the parallel's the one that finishes the rally.
The recovery just as, if not more important than the beautiful drives that she played.
A little bit of side spin on it as she comes across that ball after a good exchange on the forehand-to-forehand counter rally. Heavy push. We don't hear Wang Manyu grunt too often, and it still comes back into the net. Tightest game yet.
Something different from Harimoto. Doesn't show what she's going to do, where she's going to go until she really just jabs through there with the push, handcuffing Manyu.
So serves back with the world number 2, Wang Manyu. The down-the-line shot was impressive, but the follow-up to it was even better, and it still didn't finish the rally. There's the shot, and now the spin to the middle, but in position. Wang Manyu has such a threatening presence at the table. 3 game points / match points for Wang Manyu to take this. Continuing China's lead, where it's already 4-0 on the scoreboard. Only the one needed. Short serve to the forehand side, the shovel. That's just perfection. As quick and smooth as can be. One comes in relatively deep. She's got the speed, she's got the spin, and perfect placement.
She went for a similar shot earlier and missed. On that occasion, she had less time and made it.
Crazy, right?
Reverse pendulum from Harimoto, nicely done. But yeah, that match when Japan took on China in stage 2 between Wang Manyu and Ito, mesmerizing. Probably the best comeback we've seen in terms of a game. Not a match, but a game. Ito didn't win it. Overall, she lost 2-1 in the decider to Manyu, but she was 1-0, 10-4 down and won 8 in a row.
That's pretty crazy. Mima can steamroll. She's done it in the past. There have been meetings in China, closed-door trainings with her head on a wall. An image, of course. It's been a while since that story's come up, but Mima Ito is becoming quite relevant in terms of threats to Team China again. Recent months, but maybe the past year and a half or so, she's really shown what she's capable of. Mima Ito is very much here. And in the lineup, the only way you will see Mima Ito play is if, well, Japan gets 5 before Team China gets 8. meaning the women's doubles is the 5th match in this. Satsuki Odo and Mima Ito are in the lineup, and here's the timeout. 3 points trailing. Miwa Harimoto, the reverse pendulum, seems like the type who would be able to do it. We know she's capable. And a tomahawk serve.
5-1.
When's the last time you saw Miwa play a tomahawk serve?
Not in a while.
I don't know if I ever have. If I have, I don't remember it.
I think I saw her do it in London at the Star Contender, but it's a diamond in the rough. You'll barely ever see it.
Looking for whatever answer she can. Oh, here's one. Quick punch back down the line. When you think about the greatest in the game, when you feel like you've run out of options and there's nothing left to do, just remember Ma Long turning the racket around in his hand, playing with it backwards to win 3 games in a row. Playing at the time, had actually done it before him, Liang Jingquin. So anyway, a lot of these secrets get passed down through the generations. Team China has no shortage of experience in table tennis, options to choose from. Oh, that flick, one of the best. Forehand. I think we've had a handful here that have been quite solid. Shasha's was really a standout, but this one, maybe a not too distant 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah, Shasha sounds like an Ito forehand.
Right.
There was something a bit more swift about that one from Harimoto. Sneak it past Manyu, nice shot. Oh, lovely.
Ooh. Yeah, misdirection, the exact opposite corner. She sideswipes this.
Yeah, thinking outside the box. I like that from Miwa.
Wrist nice and back. And holding it. If she wants, she can go forehand corner with that, but you can't tell until the last moment. Well, now, Wang Manyu still has her timeout. I'd take it now. Okay. And a nice flick of her own over the table on the parallel. Wang Manyu down the line, right out of the timeout to send a message. A taste of some bitter medicine that was just prescribed to her in the point before.
Couple of tasty flicks. I love it. Not having to win with a powerful shot, the element of deception. Luring your opponent into a false sense of security. You know, I was expecting Wang Manyu to make this more of a forehand orientated match than what she has. And what that tells me is that she hasn't had to even do that. Her backhand has been tremendous.
Yeah, this is the most efficient stroke. Taller players do like to cover the middle with the, well, the backhand to cover that elbow. And then the women's game. Fishing for the briefest of moments, and the eel herself brings it right back. Manyu from a step or 2 behind the table. That shot we don't see too much. And then the wide spread and the quick snap. That is danger. Miwa's in position to win this point, yet Wang Manyu finds a way to extend her lead. Don't get much better than this. You just feel like they're swinging and guessing. This is the way you would animate a film if there was no ball and you wanted to make it look impressive. But this is real-time table tennis between 2 human beings with only 1 take to play that point. 5 bagel points for Wang Manyu to hold the score at 0 for Team Japan.
Great net recovery. Oh, man.
An awkward ball comes back. Ma Lin, very animated, despite being a real human as well. 4 bagel points left for Wang Manyu. Change of pace, slows it down in the middle of a fast exchange. Wang Li-Chin and the rest of the gang up on their feet. Man, that is quite a showing here.